Cool.
Hi, I'm Melanie Mochatla, and I'm on staff at Common Ground Constantiaberg, and wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine who's doing some really in community. So, Catherine, tell us a little bit about yourself and why we're chatting.
Hi, Mel. So my name's Catherine Waldamer Brown. I'm married to Harry. We've got 3 kids, Honor, Seffi, and Joel. And we've been at Constantiaberg now for about 3 years. We live in Hout Bay. We've been in South Africa for about 9 years.
Okay. And a little while ago, you and I got together because you were doing some really cool thinking around how to help communities. And this turned into Yebo Fresh. So tell us a little bit about the beginning of this.
Yeah, so my friend Jessica Lax, excuse me, she came up with the idea of Yebo Fresh in 2018, September 2018, I think it was. We started off in her garage, and the idea was we'd seen companies trying to do online groceries and delivering to townships before, and no one had really managed to do it. And she had an idea of how to do it, which really came from, she and I worked together after the big fires in Hout Bay in 2017. She and I worked together in helping in the relief for those fires out on the soccer pitches on Hout Bay.
Yeah.
And that was a pop-up, really. You know, there were 300 of us on the field, and then there was no one. And she had the same idea for really, because the townships tend to shop really once or twice a month. And so this idea of delivering once or twice a month rather than normal shopping.
Yeah. And so is this to individuals, or is it to like tuck shops and things like that in townships?
So it's individuals, but it's also creches, and we deliver to a couple of an NGO that has creches. We deliver to after schools, but so yeah, a mixture of the two.
Great. And what does this work mean for you? Why do you do this sort of work, and what is the meaning behind it for you?
Well, to some extent, obviously, I mean, it's a full-time job, and it means what all full-time jobs mean to all of us. Yeah. However, at the same time, we both have a background of volunteering and voluntary work, and I run a website called Help Out Bay, which is all about volunteering. So I love that sector, but I also think that if you can make helping the community a sustainable business that doesn't need donations but can keep itself going, I think that is a real win. And Yebo Fresh is hopefully that we genuinely make a difference to people shopping. Shopping is an arduous task for a lot of people in townships, and we can really make that a lot easier with Yebo Fresh. But run it as a business. And so I think that for me, that is the best bit about it.
And why do you think the business has grown so much in this time of lockdown?
I mean, we've grown 2,000% in lockdown. We have grown in a way that no business really is meant to grow. So it's been a bit stressful, but it's really because it's hard for people to shop as it is. But the queues now, because the shops restrict the number of people who can go in. I mean, I think we've all seen that, but in the townships, the queues are often all day. And you're standing there with kids in the sun, in the rain, standing outside, everyone all gathered together, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid.
Right.
You know, to get to supermarkets that don't always have very much stock.
Right.
And so we've obviously got a lot of interest from individuals and our existing clients, but also huge amounts of NGO work. NGOs who normally their customers would be coming to them. Okay. They're now stuck at home, and they know that they don't have any access to food. So we are being employed by them to deliver thousands of parcels a week now.
And do you deliver straight to specific addresses and homes, or is there like a central drop-off point within a community?
A mixture of two. So private clients obviously get delivered at home, and then some people who donate, employers particularly, they will give us a list of addresses and send out one bulk load of one particular combo. And then some of the really big ones, I mean, we deliver to 900 in a day, sometimes, to one particular organization, and they then take care of the last mile.
Wow. Okay. And this is really about bringing nutrition as well, not just product, but nutrition and fresh product to places that don't have a lot of that.
Yeah, well, I hope so. We've scaled down the choice of products that we are selling at the moment, just because we couldn't upscale at that level and that speed and sell as many products as we were doing. Just trying to get hold of all of them was too time consuming. So we now have a far fewer combos, but we used to have 3 fruit and vegetable combos. And if you're shopping once a month, you're bulk shopping, and that makes it very heavy. And so we're supplying combos of 10 kg potatoes, 5 kg tomatoes and carrots, and I mean over 20 kilos of fruit and veg being delivered to your door. Trying to struggle with that, carrying it and on a taxi often means that it gets left out, because you've already got your 10 kg maize meal and your 5 kg sugar and everything else.
That's amazing. Yeah, I feel like this is such a valuable service to those that really need it. So we know this is a secular business, but tell us how you use your faith and activate yourself as a believer in this space.
That's a good question. We are very aware. So I am in charge of merchandise and pricing, and that gives you a real it gives you a real ambition to really search out the cheapest prices, to make this. We may be a business, but we are also we have a real desire to save people money, make their lives easier, and therefore there's a temptation as a business to match. I mean, we're cheaper than some of the township supermarkets. It would be very easy for us to actually just increase our prices.
Right.
But we've agreed the margin that we need to make, and we stick to that. And it in a way, it's like a marriage. You discuss it with your colleagues, but you keep the integrity there. It's not just a business. It's also, we hope that we're serving the community.
I absolutely love that. I think about your website as well to help people volunteer in really needy places in Hout Bay specifically. But what is your dream for South Africa? How would you encourage those in our congregation to get active in the reality of the place where we live?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm sure my dream for South Africa is the same as everybody else's. Until there's equal opportunity, there's never going to be equality. There isn't in any society. But until there's equal opportunity, and until people believe that there is equal opportunity, there's never going to be peace. There's never going to be the violence is never going to go away. And I think volunteering means that we're still so segregated. Volunteering means that you mix with other people who you wouldn't normally mix with. You spend time, you understand these, people become individuals. And I think South Africa really needs that. There's far too much talk about they and them and us, and not nearly enough understanding that we're all just trying to, get by each day.
Right. Catherine, thank you so much for chatting. This has been just so uplifting, and I'm excited about what you're doing. I'm proud that you're a Constantiaberg Common Grounder, and thank you for going into hard places and doing things that mean a lot.
Thank you, Mel. We love being part of Constantiaberg.
Oh, you're the best. All right, give our love to your family. And if anybody needs to know more about Yebo Fresh, where can they find out information, and how can they partner with you guys?
www.yebofresh.coza. We are a business, so we don't use volunteers, but what a lot of people are doing is sending staff or people they're worried about, sending them food parcels, which is what we specialize in doing. So we would love to get food to people who you are concerned about.
That's great. So if you have a friend or a colleague or an employee that are in townships or places that don't have access to goods right now or transportation, this is a great way that you can service and love on them.
Absolutely.
Great. Okay. We'll chat soon.
Lovely. Take care, Mel. Bye.
Bye.